Hi everyone, it's Maybelle back with another reading. In this reading, we'll take a look at the energy surrounding this full moon in Aquarius, occurring August 11th at 19 degrees 21 minutes. This is the last supermoon of 2022. Its closer proximity to Earth makes us feel the lunar energy more intensely. You may want to check your birth chart for anything at 19 degrees, especially anything having to do with Aquarius or Leo, maybe Cancer or the moon. I'll pull a card for the general energy surrounding this full moon for the collective, and then pull cards for each individual zodiac sign beginning with Aries. Also for the collective, I'll pull messages from heaven in honor of my grandma who passed 2 years ago today. You may wish to take those messages that come through as what your passed on loved ones would like to say to you. If you haven't yet subscribed, please take a moment to do so. It's free. It helps the channel grow and it encourages me to continue making videos. Like and share this video with someone you know. I enjoy reading your comments and would love to hear if the reading resonates or if you have ideas for other types of readings you'd like to see me do. Thank you for all your love and support. Alright, let's get started. First, we're going to find out, no, let's do the messages from heaven first. I brought out my elephant from my grandma. So what are the messages from heaven? What are the messages from heaven? What are the messages from heaven? Trust, love, appreciate yourself, show respect for you, and that's card number 16. There may be some type of connection with tulips. We are proud of you and aware of your achievements. That's number 38. And the messages from heaven. Don't rush into making big decisions right now. Take your time. And that's card number 26. These numbers may be important to you or to your loved one. Number 16, number 38, or 26. Those might be ages. Are there any more messages from heaven at this time? Oops, I dropped one. Okay, the card that fell was find a way to bring harmony back into your life. Take the first step. And this is card 42. Red geraniums, bricks, wrought iron. Cats might have been important, like fancy things. Looking at the peacock. This looked like a dog bone to me for a second. But the find a way to bring harmony back into your life card talks about bringing family, work, and like play or rest into balance and taking the first step. So you may be needing to take more walks or to kind of slow down with work or depending on what this is talking about, to take your time. There may be some kind of decision, something that they're telling you it's okay, take your time to find your balance. Trust, love, and appreciate yourself and show respect for you. There's something that you are, your goals or something that you're working on that they are proud of. Maybe you've graduated recently. Just got that from the word achievements. There may be something that you, some kind of certificate or some kind of you may want to acknowledge your birthday. Any more messages from heaven? Okay, focus your mind on what you really want. We are helping. And that's card number 15. So that's beautiful. Looks like your loved ones surround you and are helping. They want you to be proud of what you've achieved up until this point. Maybe you're stressing to try and get to the next, to get on to the next thing, but they're telling you to take a moment to make sure that you are resting, relaxing, playing, finding time for family or whatever it is that is kind of out of balance. And with this card here talking about take your time and not making the big decisions right now, this is a time to kind of focus your mind on what you want, maybe meditate, pray, go out into nature, see if you can, make a connection with like the spirit animals that are around, see what you get from the messages, if you have experienced any of your clairs, whether you smell something that reminds you of your passed on loved one, or whether you hear messages, or whether you're seeing things, sensing things. All right, so that is what we have for the messages from heaven. And I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the collective full moon energy. Just going to move this to the side here. We'll leave it there. Okay. Alright, so what is the general energy surrounding this full moon for the collective? What is the general energy for the full moon for everyone? Okay, card number 10. And at the time of this reading, it is August 10th. 10s can be numbers of cycles ending or completions. Discernment. So discernment is really taking a moment to kind of look at things. Let's see if we can get one more. What is the energy surrounding the full moon in Aquarius? For everyone. Okay, fear. We gave us number 2, and that one was waxing, gave us number 1. Wow. And that is at the top, number 11, which is August 11th. So we have 10, 11, that's a progression. They both came out in reverse, but I was holding the deck upside down, so it could be just that. But what I'm getting from these cards is to really discern what's true for you, and whether fear is like holding you back, or what's how much fear, I guess, is warranted in whatever situation. Okay, let's get one more for the general collective. For the full moon energy. Okay, pleasure, card number 18. Winning give us 2. So, discernment, pleasure, and fear. This may kind of have to, or it's kind of lining up with the messages from heaven reading. I'm feeling like a need for balance with her holding like the planets. And that looks like it's what, her sun, the sun. So like her vitality and her self-confidence. And then here we have her almost like kind of sheltering or kind of curled up in a little ball. You see the cage there. Really wanting to transform things. You see all the butterflies here, wanting to transform things and go after some type of pleasure, some type of what would make us, or yeah, as a collective, what would make us free. She's almost looking like a bird ready to fly, either like one of these butterflies or like the birds being released from the cage. But there's some type of fear and some type of something you need to look at closely with the discernment. Maybe allowing pleasure into your life. Maybe you need to look at how fear is holding you back from feeling pleasure or enjoying your life or savoring your life. Alright, so that is what I'm getting for the general energies. We're going to go ahead and get started with Aries. I think I'll leave those up, but we'll leave them down here. Okay, so Aries, where will Aries feel this full moon energy the most? For Aries. Alright, Aries and the full moon in Aquarius. Okay, Unicorn and Purity, and that's card number 45. 4 and 5 together making 9, which is a card of exploration and higher learning, philosophy. So trust the purity in your heart. With that unicorn, it's kind of like a horse, which reminds me of like Sagittarius, which is a sign that's just, all about kind of exploring to me. So trust in the purity of your heart. And going back to those original cards, trust in the purity of what, of what brings you pleasure. Hopefully it's not something, just you have to really discern whether it's something that's bad for you or whether you're just fearing it, maybe because of societal constructs, or because of what you've heard or what you've been told. Of course, anything that's, I don't promote anything that's toxic or bad for you, but sometimes it's difficult for people to just allow time off from work, or to allow rest, or like playtime. Just take everything so seriously. Alright, so what is another card for Aries from this other deck here, surrounding the full moon for Aries? Okay, so career. So same kind of thing. You might be wanting to like explore new career options. Perhaps it's what you would like to do, or what you kind of, you know, maybe are fearful of what others will think, maybe family members or friends. Okay, let's see. What is the advice for Aries? What is the full moon advice for Aries? Okay. New moon in Libra. Know you are loved. And Libra is a sign of the scales and of balance. And so as long as you are kind of balanced in all aspects of your life, you know, you're being asked to trust the purity of your thoughts, your words, your ideas, your heart, what you're being called, in the direction that you're being called. And it may have to do with, you know, some type of career change or career choice that maybe others are not going to be so, I'm hearing gung-ho or excited about, perhaps even upset about. But this card here says, know you are loved. So, yeah, so it's more so your fear than what others say, you know, than what others think or say. Alright, so that is what I have for Aries. Thank you for watching. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you again soon. Okay. Hi, Taurus. I'm going to pull a card for what is the energy for Taurus from this Aquarius full moon. What is the energy for Taurus? Okay, Wizard of the Woods. Something about focus, and that's card number 50. That may be your age, or 50, 5 and 0 make 5. So there is possibly something getting ready to change. Number 5 is a card of change. Alright, for Taurus. There may be something that you're trying to manifest, something in your hands, something that you're working on, hands-on, focus for Taurus. This may have to do with the land or forest or woods, maybe even some kind of conservation or something for Taurus. Okay, clarity. So, this full moon is bringing clarity surrounding what you've been focused on. And if we go back to the collective energy, the cards are discernment, pleasure, and fear. So kind of really looking at what it is that brings you pleasure, or maybe, you know, what it is that holding you back from that. And if you focus on it, maybe through meditation, and because he's a wizard and with the power is in your hands, is what I'm feeling. So maybe writing things down, doing vision boards with clarity being there, might be a good thing to do right now with the full moon. But you may be seeing things with clarity and focus, and really looking closely with the discernment card, really looking closely at something and being able to see it. So the full moon is bringing the clarity for Taurus. What's the advice? What's the full moon advice for Taurus? Okay, new moon in Libra, know you are loved. And that is the same message that Aries got. So, know you are loved despite the fear. You know, focus on what it is that, you know, makes you happy, seeing things clearly, really looking at things closely, focusing on something. You'll be able to see clearly, and just know that you are loved. Alright, so that is what I have for Taurus. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. Okay, Gemini. What is the full moon in Aquarius? What is it bringing for Gemini? Okay, Dragon, Power, and that's card number 11 also. So we had card number 11 come out in the collective message for the general energy. Dragon, Power. So you may be needing to rest. Make sure that you are getting enough sleep. Trust in the messages that you receive. Trust in your power. And make sure that you rejuvenate yourself, because you are very powerful. But sleep and rest is important. Rest and calm. So if we go back to the general messages, maybe even meditation, because the first card out was discernment. So using maybe downtime to really look at things, meditate on things. For Gemini, the Aquarius full moon for Gemini. Okay, new beginnings. So maybe take a pause and really meditate. This could also talk about the power of your dreams and the messages of your dreams. Really look closely at what brings you pleasure or makes you happy, and how that fear is kind of that you have the power. It looks like you have the power to go for the like new beginnings. You may be seeing 11:11 a lot. You may want to use that power to make a wish. What is the advice for Gemini? What is the full moon advice for Gemini? And the Dragon Power card is very purple and deep blue. So it's a very psychic card. Psychic energy for me. And you can see that those butterflies are also similar colors. Butterflies symbolizing transformation. The birds in the background here are flying. I don't know if you can see those, but there's a lot of birds here that are tethered around her hands. And not really even in a cage. The cage is also tethered to all the birds. Okay, what is the advice? What is the full moon advice for Gemini? Okay, full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. So you may be worrying too much. I'm gonna go ahead and read that one out of the book. Okay, Gemini. So the Take a Reality Check card talks about having two sides to it, literally and metaphorically. If you've been worrying about something, the good news is that you shouldn't waste another moment worrying because it won't help. Some things only happen once, and that can be really good news. If you're wondering about how something that you are wanting to have happen is going to turn out, then you might have hit a roadblock right now. So if you want to change that, you're going to need to put in some extra effort. This talks about finding a balance between facing your reality and being kind to yourself and others. If you're not happy with the message of this card, use the old trick of finding the best thought you can about your situation and go from there. And the manifestation affirmation is everything is always working out in my favor. So, I feel like reading the one about the dragon as well. Okay, so this talks about time to step into your power and take charge of your life. Look to see if there's anyone in your life who's trying to ruin the show. Speak your truth. Take back authority of your own life. You're ready to stand in your strength. If you've lost or given away your authority to someone or something else, it's now time to reclaim it. If you're holding on to limiting beliefs, or if you're afraid of being shunned, judged, or ostracized, it's time to let go of those limitations. Release any fear of misusing your gifts. True strength doesn't dominate or manipulate. It's a gift from the Creator that dwells within you. You have the spiritual power that's born of sacred love, wisdom, and grace. This ability can heal others and bring light into the darkness. You are a radiant, glorious being. The dragon spirit is at your side is a mighty ally. He empowers you with healing and restorative abilities. He helps you overcome any obstacle, and he protects you in all areas of your life. The spirit of the dragon says, within you dwells the remarkable power to manifest your dreams, gain great riches, and activate ancient wisdom. Take back your power and express your strength with grace. So basically it is mostly about the way you're thinking. So going back to the general collective energy, discernment, pleasure, and fear, put in effort, really go after what you want with those new beginnings. You have the power to do so. The reality is that, it is a lot of times things that are negative that you've gone through, and you kind of hold on to those negative emotions or feelings about something went down in the past, and you either had your feelings hurt or it didn't turn out how you wanted it to. Those things usually only happen once. And in this situation, with whatever is going on, that's what this Take a Reality Check is telling you, to not worry about it turning out the same, because worrying isn't going to help, but putting effort into finding a solution and knowing here that, you do have power. And it was you know, pretty powerful, pretty strong manifestation power. So find out what it is. Let's see more about the dragon power. Let's see more about the dragon power for Gemini. Okay, again, so this is going to be a big theme for everybody. Know you are loved. New moon in Libra. So you may have been shunned or judged or, you know, ostracized, felt left out, really not appreciated, or even made fun of or bullied in the past, and that doesn't have to happen to you again in the future. This fear is something to really, you know, be discerning whether the fear is called for or not. You know, it's like you can be free. You can be free. You have the power to be free, to go after your new beginnings, to know that you are loved, and, you know, the reality, like, really discern and, like, see what the reality is about the situation. You have power, and you are loved. Like, you don't have to do anything to be loved. You are loved. All right, so that is what I have for Gemini. Thank you for watching. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, next up is Cancer. Hi, Cancer. What is the Aquarius full moon bringing to Cancer? Okay, Pine Spirit Purification, and that's card number 30. 3 and 0 makes 3, which is a number of collaboration or working together. Can be like triangle. Pine Spirit Purification. This card talks about pine and kind of cleaning your energy, detoxing or decluttering your space, clearing out negative old energy. What is Aquarius full moon for Cancer? Okay, trust. So you may be cleaning out, cleaning up, cleaning things, getting rid of items that no longer serve you, and you're being asked to trust yourself and your decisions, going back to the general collective energy with discernment, looking closely at what it is you need to keep and what it is you need to edit or get rid of, and trust yourself and your decisions without fear, you know, that like going for what makes you happy or what you enjoy, keeping those things that only bring you pleasure or joy. Okay, what is the message? What is the advice? What is the advice for Cancer for the full moon? Okay, first quarter moon in Pisces, and that's honor your feelings. So yeah, there might be something, could have been something that happened where you were betrayed or lied to. Could be some type of situation where you need to kind of, you know, get rid of certain things and really just honor how you feel about how you feel about things, even in your space. You know, if you have things that you've held on to for a long time and they have like negative energy surrounding them, make sure that you are kind of honoring and trust how you feel about something. Trust the energy about your space, your belongings, the people that are near you. I'm also hearing to trust your connection to God's or Spirit. You may want to kind of use like solfeggio frequency music or Reiki to also kind of energetically heal the space if you can't do things with scents. You could also try pine salt or pine essential oils, things like that, to help clean with, or get a little pine tree. I have a couple little pine trees growing outside, so if this was me, Cancer, I might even take like a little sprig and like bring it inside, put it in a vase with water, or you know, bring the whole pot inside and just make sure that it gets a lot of sunlight still by the by like a patio door, by like a bright window. But purification talks about just purifying your space and your thoughts, and it looks like this is about feelings too. So being able to kind of really look closely at that during this full moon. And how to better get like pleasure and deal with this fear. Right there, being able to trust yourself. But you'd be better able to trust yourself and your decisions and God's Source Spirit if you kind of clear the negative energy, and that, you know, that includes just stuff. Like if you have clutter, if you have like, you know, things that belong to, you know, old roommates or past lovers or ex relationships, stuff like that. All right, so that is what I have for Cancer. Thank you for watching. I hope it resonated. I will see you again soon. Okay, hi Leo. Let's see what the Aquarius full moon is bringing for Leo. What energy is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Leo? Storm, Spirit, Chaos, and that's card number 42. You may be 42 years old. 4 and 2 together makes 6, which is a card of, or a number of the lovers, or love, or equality, or balance. What is the energy for Leo from this Aquarius full moon? Okay, trust. And Cancer got that as well. Trust yourself in your decisions. There might be some kind of chaos. You may be needing to trust yourself that you know how to handle the chaos. It may feel chaotic, but at the same time, if we go back to the general messages at the beginning, use your discernment really to look at whether it's just fear, you know, how much of it is fear, and trust yourself and your connection to God's Source Spirit. What is the advice for Leo? For Leo. Okay, take a reality check. Gemini did get the same card. Full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. So if you're worrying about a situation, this card talks about things that have happened in the past, don't usually happen again. So if you're worried about something happening just like it happened in the past, you can stop, because worrying doesn't help. And but it does say to put the effort in to what you want to have happen. We're going to go ahead and read from the book on the Storm Spirit Chaos. Okay, so this card talks about the potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for healing. Spiritual chaos allows for the dissolution of outmoded beliefs. So expansive, energetic life force energy can fill your life. If you are experiencing upheaval right now, know that the underlying energy is restorative. Embrace it rather than deny or suppress it. You are being healed on all levels. You may be receiving messages. I take omens of all kinds to mean something. Of course, take your time to find the calm in the storm, but also understand that the chaos can be beneficial in many ways. It can activate your creative life force. Alternatively, if your life is too calm to the point of being stagnant, this card suggests that it might be time to create some chaos in your life. Try doing things differently. Step out of old routines. If you are always early, be late. Beneath the surface, profound shifts and transformations are occurring. And I almost laughed. If you are always late, be early. Anyways, although many assume that nothing good comes from a massive storm, every part of nature has value. For example, downed trees provide habitats for many kinds of animals, and lightning helps fertilize the soil. There's enough electrical energy in lightning to separate the nitrogen atoms in the air, which fall to the earth with the rain, and combine minerals to form nitrates. And it's a fertilizer for the plants. If you, it says if you look for the silver lining in the current upheaval. Shred outmoded, okay, so the spirit of the storm says, shred outmoded thinking and self-imposed blockages, tear down walls of self-imposed limitations, step into chaos and embrace it rather than trying to suppress it. Do the unexpected. Okay, so do the unexpected and trust yourself in your decisions. Really kind of switch things up. And again, if you're worried about things the way that they've been occurring or the way that they've happened in the past, then just don't worry about it. You do need to look really closely at what like makes you happy or what brings you pleasure, and what this fear is, what the fear is about. So it's telling you to trust yourself and trust God's or spirit, switch things up, do things differently, and put effort into things by like working at things that maybe you haven't been doing, because since you're supposed to kind of switch things up and do things unexpectedly, then put effort into the things that maybe have been causing you to fear. Really look at those things, kind of look at what in your life is holding you back, those roadblocks and those blockages that they talk about. But trust that you can do it. Just put effort in. Just put effort into it. Okay, so we'll leave this here. And that is my reading for the full moon for Leo. Thank you for watching. I hope it resonated. I'll see you again soon. Okay, Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Let's see what the full moon energy is. The full moon in Aquarius for Virgo. Okay, meandering pathway flow. And that's card number 24. 2 and 4 together is 6, which is a card of the lovers or love. Sorry, not a card, a number of the lovers or love or equality or give and take or finding balance. So you may be needing to look at closely what brings you pleasure and what brings you fear, why you have fear surrounding that. But there's something having to go with the flow. Okay, the energy of this Aquarius full moon for Virgo. Okay, finding. So maybe finding yourself, finding self-confidence, finding finding the balance, finding calm, being centered, finding the opposite of anxiety. So the calm, finding your flow, just learning how or finding how to go with the flow. Okay, what is the advice for Virgo? What is the advice for the full moon? Full moon advice for Virgo. Okay, first quarter moon in Aries, and step into your power. So this card talks about kind of taking steps forward and kind of activating and just finding your flow. So finding what brings you pleasure. Maybe you're either in something that you're fearing you won't like, or you maybe have started a new situation or job. Finding your path, discerning, really kind of looking at, and this image here looks like very similar to the Hermit card in the tarot, which represents Virgo. So step into your power. I'm going to look at that card really quickly. Okay, so this card talks about something's holding you back from racing towards your next goal. Achieving anything is nearly always part inspiration and part hard work. Believe that you can create whatever you want. Be you, take action and be smart, but also be bold. Don't allow inhibitions or others' restrictions to hold you back. Be systematic, but also allow yourself to get excited about what you want. This card represents a mix of having the courage to chase your goals no matter what anyone else says, while still planning and being strategic. Whatever you're doing now, remember that as well as passion, you need a plan. And that's the way to overcome any obstacles. So you can take action, make sure you have a plan in place, finding your flow. And if we go back to the general energies surrounding the moon at the beginning, do that by looking closely at what brings you pleasure and also what fears are holding you back. All right, so that is what I have for Virgo. Oh, look at me here. Keep wanting to clean those up. Okay, so thank you for watching, Virgo. I hope it resonated, and I'll see you again soon. Hi, Libra. Let's see what energy the Aquarius full moon is bringing in for Libra. For Libra. Okay, meandering pathway flow. And that's card number 24. 2 and 4 make 6, which is a number of the lovers, or love, or give and take, or balance, or finding balance. equality. You may be receiving messages. I'm going to do another one because Virgo got that same card. For Libra. Okay, Spirit Guardian on Winter Retreat. And that's card number 38. You may be 38. Okay, we're going to look real quickly. Okay, so the retreat card talks about enter the silent, deep place within you, renew, retreat, repair your body, items, and relationships, examine your life and make adjustments as needed, watch your dreams, meditate, look for messages from spirit. And the other card, everything falls into place when you don't resist the flow of the meandering pathway of life. Allow the path to take you where you need to go. Don't hurry it or resist it. Simply let go, surrender, and enjoy the journey. This may be suggesting that you're on some type of meandering path rather than a straight shot to your goal, and it can be feeling like frustrating. So you're being asked to listen to God's source spirit, find those messages, whether in dreams or through nature or however spirit talks to you. Okay, next we're going to go to these cards for Libra. What is the Aquarius full moon? Bring it in for Libra. Okay, inspiration. So you may be inspired to do something, but it may not be happening quickly enough, or to your wants or expectations. So you're being asked to retreat, maybe take a step back, perhaps really take a retreat and go to a cabin. But if we go back to the cards for the general collective energy surrounding the moon, look at things closely, what brings you pleasure, and why you have fear holding you back from something. So you may be holding yourself back and feeling like you're being held back, but there's some type of inspiration that you will find either on this path or when you retreat and really kind of listen, meditate, and listen to those messages from God's source spirit, or listen to your intuition. So what is the advice for Libra? What is the advice for Libra? What is the full moon advice for Libra? Okay, first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. And I always take that card to be kind to yourself and others. Yeah. Are you being too hard on yourself or someone else? Do you think you need to be strict with yourself or other people to get where you want to go? So the challenge now is to be disciplined in terms of what needs to be done to get what you want, but without sucking all the joy out of it. Feel good about life. It's one of the most powerful tools you have when it comes to manifesting. Be kind and be your most charming self. It's good to be realistic, but you don't want to have the stench of reality so far up your nose that you can no longer smell life's perfumes. And it talks about butting heads with others just wears you out in the end. So get into the right mindset for manifesting by deciding that you're no longer going to take the bait or provoke a situation. This card does talk about working on solar plexus chakra because it is the center of courage and confidence. It can help you restore your vitality and help you feel brighter and more secure. So that could have to do with this this fear, and it's kind of like taking the time right now during this full moon to look more closely at what is holding you back from this pleasure, from this inspiration. and it is a good time to retreat, to trust the journey, trust the meandering path, and find those messages that are going to help you like become inspired, or really take the initiative to follow your what you are being inspired with. Yeah, because especially if the go with the flow kind of, feeling with not, especially if you're feeling like it's not happening quick enough, then that means you are inspired with something, but for whatever reason you're being hard on yourself. And if we look at the general energies, it might be just having fear. So look at those things closely, and you're going to be able to do that, especially if you meditate, connect with God's or Spirit, find those messages however you connect, and trust yourself and your intuition, but don't be so hard on yourself. All right, so that is what I have for Libra. Thank you for watching. I hope that it resonated, and I will see you again soon. Okay, hi Scorpio. Let's see what the Aquarius full moon is bringing for Scorpio. For Scorpio, Aquarius full moon for Scorpio. Okay, Spirit Guardian of Winter Retreat, and Libra just got that. Card number 38. You may be 38 years old. 38 may have some kind of significance for you. The retreat card talks about retreating, to take time to meditate, to pray, to look for the signs and symbols and synchronicities from God's Source Spirit, from the universe. Listen to the messages of your dreams. So just make sure that you're taking a moment to do that. And if we go back to the original cards for the collective energy surrounding the Aquarius moon, it talks about discernment. So looking really closely at pleasure and fear. So I think what holds you back, or what gives you fear about kind of going for what makes you pleasure, or for savoring your life, or for enjoying things in a balanced way. He's asking you to make some kind of retreat. What is the Aquarius energy? Aquarius full moon energy for Scorpio. Aquarius full moon. Okay, clarity. So, during this time of retreat, you will be finding clarity for something that you've been confused about, fearful about. Okay, what is the advice for Scorpio from the full moon in Aquarius? What is the advice for the full moon in Aquarius for Scorpio? Okay, last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Okay, so you may be not wanting to see something, and you may have been kind of blocking yourself from seeing clearly through your own fear. Right now, either retreating and kind of finding that time with God's Holy Spirit, either through meditation or prayer, or connecting, outside in nature with spirit animal messages, or through your dreams, really seeing clearly. Either you're going to be revealing something to someone, or someone is going to be revealing something to you, but it's going to take discernment. So looking at something really closely and really seeing where fear has been holding you back. All right, so that is what I have for Scorpio. Thank you for watching. I hope it resonated, and I will see you again soon. Sagittarius. Okay, what is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Sagittarius? What is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Sagittarius? Aquarius full moon for Sagittarius. Okay, Dragonfly Spirit Change. And that's card number 12. 2 and 1 make 3. You may be collaborating or needing to collaborate with someone. This may be bringing some type of third energy in, some type of triangle, some type of collaboration or working together, but also some kind of change. And so really look closely at what fear is holding back in this way, in the path, of like pleasure. And there's some kind of change having to do with that. You may be seeing dragonflies or lily pads. What is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Sagittarius? Okay, Justice. So, bringing balance and fairness, some kind of equality. There may be some kind of change in some kind of unfair situation, something that was bringing you fear, or something that you were fearing, some kind of block that you need to look closely at. So is it yourself, some kind of fear where you're not allowing this change? Maybe like a sense of feeling wronged or injustice. But with that card upright, there's something changing, and hopefully a sense of justice upright. What is the advice for Sagittarius for this full moon? What is the advice for Sagittarius? Okay, step into your power. First quarter moon in Aries. And Virgo got that card. So you may be wanting to take action. And it's time to step into your power. This card represents a mix of having the courage to chase your goals no matter what anyone else says, but it says while still planning and being strategic. Something is holding you back from racing towards your next goal. Achieving anything is nearly always part inspiration and part hard work. Believe you can create whatever you want, be you, take action and be smart, but also be bold. Deal with your emotions as calmly as you can. Whatever you're doing right now, remember that as well as passion, you need a plan. And that's the way to overcome any obstacles. Yeah, so you may wish to look at working on your solar plexus chakra, that card mentioned, and looking at these cards for the general collective energy that we started the reading with. This fear, it's kind of this yellow kind of core in her, that's, to me, representing the solar plexus chakra. And instead of fear, we want to have self-confidence and kind of vitality and strength there. So step into your power, change, maybe do what's right, or stand up for what's right. But there is some kind of discernment that needs to be taken, or that will be taken, something that you need to look at very closely at pleasure and fear, and kind of balancing those two things. All right, so that is what I have for Sagittarius. Thank you for watching. I hope that it resonated. I'll see you again soon. Hi Capricorn. What is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Capricorn? What is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Capricorn? Aquarius full moon. Okay, Storm Spirit Chaos, and that's card number 42. You may be 42 years old. 4 and 2 together make 6. 6 is a number of the lovers, or love, or equality, balance, give and take, or trying to find balance in an unbalanced situation. The Storm Spirit card talks about chaos, or the need for chaos, to kind of allow healing, allow situation to change, to unfold for the better. What is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Capricorn? And Capricorn, Leo also got that Storm Spirit card for Capricorn. Okay, blessings. So out of some type of chaos, you see the full moon behind her there, out of some type of chaos is a blessing. So it could be a blessing in disguise, or that Storm Spirit Chaos card asks you to do things differently, do things unexpectedly. If you are normally late, be early. If you are normally early, be late. If you do things a certain way all the time, you may find a blessing in kind of switching things up and doing things a little bit differently. These were the cards that we got at the beginning for the general collective energy surrounding the Aquarius full moon. So we're using it throughout the readings. The discernment card talks about looking closely at something. So what is holding you back from experiencing pleasure, and or looking at, just like finding balance with all of this. And so there's some type of chaos that is bringing in some type of blessing. Maybe too much pleasure and some type of unexpected situation is going to be a blessing, where someone, kind of takes a look at what it is they're doing, and that situation scares them into not doing that, or healing that, or fixing that. All right, so let's see, what is the advice for Capricorn? What is the advice for Capricorn? What is the advice for Capricorn? Okay, keep your heart open. First quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. So something happened. Something happening here. Maybe some type of fear of past hurts is not allowing you to open your heart, or there's some type of change here. Okay, keep your heart open. Are you too attached to someone, or perhaps to your current goal? It's a wonderful thing to care deeply. However, if you start to smother the person or situation you love, you could run into trouble. Work with others as you move towards your goals, but don't become so dependent that you give away your power. Keep your heart open. This card can also suggest that it's time to negotiate something, and the way to manifest your goals now could be to come up with a solution that pleases everyone. There's a need to be adored here, which is fine. We all have that trait to an extent, but if it tips you into self-doubt, then it's gone too far. It's important that you don't allow yourself to get set in your ways. Keep your heart and mind open and believe in your gorgeousness. This talks about the heart chakra, so make sure that keep your chakra centers balanced, and especially the heart chakra. You may want to listen to solfeggio frequencies or chakra balancing meditations or music, perhaps even Reiki. But doing something different or some kind of chaos is a blessing. But you may fear this situation, and you're being asked to keep your heart open during this time. Alright, so that is what I have for Capricorn. Thank you for watching. I will see you again soon. Hi Aquarius. What is the Aquarius full moon bringing in for you in your own sign, Aquarius? You may want to look at your birth chart and see what you have at 19 degrees. I think it was 19 degrees, 21 minutes. What is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Aquarius? Okay, Blue Bell Fairy Gratitude. And that's card number 6. Number 6 is a number of the lovers, of love, of equality, of balance, of give and take, of trying to find balance in an unbalanced situation. I'm looking at that stag there. I'm feeling kind of like balancing the masculine and feminine energy. Some type of gratitude. Okay, what is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Aquarius? Okay, psychic abilities. These cards really match the colors. They're from different decks. So you may be like seeing something clearly. You may be kind of experiencing some kind of psychic gifts. Really looking into something closely. Why is it that maybe perhaps you're blocking some of these psychic abilities? This full moon may bring in like gratitude for being able to see those things, and instead of being fearful, finding that connection to God's source spirit and really kind of looking at things closely, being grateful for it instead of being afraid of it, is what I'm getting when I look at the cards that we first got with the general message for the collective. All right, so what is the advice? What is the advice for Aquarius? What is the advice for Aquarius? Okay, relax. New moon in Cancer. So trust yourself and like your intuition. It's going to put your mind at ease. You can relax and just be in a state of gratitude. Really look at things closely and see where fear is holding you back, and where you can find more pleasure in your life just by relaxing and trusting your intuition, God's source spirit, in that connection, and really like finding like a state of like maintaining, maybe looking at things that you're grateful for, whenever you think like a fearful thought or something like that, or something anxious, something when you're trying to relax. It could be also taking the time to meditate, pray, get out into nature. Alright, so that is what I have for Aquarius. All of a sudden I'm looking at the third eye there, so maybe meditations with focus on like third eye, and also with like gratitude. Alright, so that is what I have for Aquarius. Thank you for watching. I hope that it resonated, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, hi Pisces. What is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Pisces? What is the Aquarius full moon bringing for Pisces? Okay, Storm Spirit Chaos 42. That's card number 42. You may be 42 years old, or 4 and 2 together make 6, which is a card or a number of love, lovers. It can be symbolic of like balance or lack of balance, give and take, equality. The Storm Spirit card talks about the chaos or potential for chaos in your life that can help bring in healing. You're being healed right now. The original cards from the collective are here. The Discernment, Pleasure, and Fear card. Discernment, looking closely at this chaos, or if your life is kind of stagnant and there's really not much going on, then kind of initiating some type of change, chaos, stirring things up. The booklet with these cards talks about if you're always late, then be early. If you're always early, then be late. I can't remember which one of those it said. But Leo did get this card, and so did Capricorn. Let's see. It talks about doing the unexpected. You may fear like the chaos, because the fear card here, looking at what's holding you back from pleasure, looking closely at something, maybe looking at why, maybe if you like drama, maybe looking at why you do. Okay, what is the full moon in Aquarius bringing for Pisces? Full moon for Pisces. Okay, willpower. So you may be tempted to stop something. Willpower card talks about having like the strength to kind of hold back or stop doing something. And so you need to really discern whether like you're holding yourself back, like with this fear. Maybe you're fearful of ruffling feathers or causing chaos or causing a stir. Doing what brings you pleasure or makes you happy. But with the willpower card there, suggesting... Hi Pisces. I don't know where that video kind of cut, but we have all your cards here. So Storm Spirit Chaos, and the need to either heal from chaos or kind of stir things up and create a little bit of chaos, or change or stir things up, do things unexpectedly. If you're late, be early. If you're usually early, then be late. Having the willpower to do something is something. She's holding the earth and the moon, and she's carrying that weight, and she's being tempted to either stop doing something, to maybe drop the weight, to not do something. Going back to the original cards from the collective energy at the beginning, we look at discernment, pleasure, and fear. So is she wanting to drop something that brings her pleasure or happiness because maybe she's too scared? And I say she because there's primarily females in all of these images, but besides him up there. But yeah, so it can be male or female energy. I just say him or her whenever I see on the pictures. So to best deal with this situation, the advice is to honor your feelings. And you can do that by just honoring them with yourself, really kind of discerning, looking closely at how it is you feel about a situation. And then just acknowledging that with God, Source, Spirit, just with your higher self. Just say, you know what, I'm feeling this way about it. Maybe you've, reached some type of block, and it may be a block within a situation, relationship, job situation, or whatever. Doesn't necessarily mean that right now you need to go and tell anybody else, but just acknowledging your feelings to yourself will help you feel better about it in the first place. And then creating change or creating chaos is possible during this moon time, and you may have wanted to kind of drop something or stop something, but you are being asked to look closely at your feelings about a situation. Is it really something that you just fear, or is it something that you you enjoy and in a balanced way? All right, so that is what I have for Pisces. Thank you for watching. I hope that it resonated. I will see you again soon. That brings us to the end of this full moon in Aquarius reading. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate your love and support in any way, with subscriptions or likes, comments, suggestions down in the comment box. Share this with a friend if you think that they would benefit from hearing the messages, and I will see you all again soon. Thank you.